Hello, Harrington ukulele friends. Mr. Koenig here for another installment of our weekly class wrap-up. I'm going to talk about a couple of things today that are going to be a little bit of a review, some troubleshooting of a couple of issues, and hopefully keep you merrily on your way to practicing and playing and making things great. For parents and for students, I always tell the kids, you get good at the things you do over and over and over again. It's another way of putting it. Practice really makes a huge difference. If there's any way that you can carve out 5, 10, 15 minutes each day or most days of the week to practice, that is going to be super beneficial. That's cash in the bank, in the music bank, so to speak. Anyhow, I always start off by tuning up the ukulele. Some of the students already have a clip-on tuner, kind of like this one, and I'm going to encourage you, if you got any birthdays coming up or whatnot, the investment of $10 to $15 in a good tuner is going to pay dividends. What it allows is that all 4 strings will be perfectly in tune for when your child is playing. This particular one is a clip-on tuner. It's made by this company called Snark, and that particular type of tuner has a digital display on it. And I just turned it off. When you play a note, it reads the vibrations in the actual instrument. It doesn't listen to it through a microphone. It reads the vibrations of the instrument. So when I pluck a string, you'll see on the display that it tells what note and approximately where that note is, whether it is sharp, which is too high or on the right-hand side of the dial, or too flat, which is too loose and to the left-hand side of the dial. With a stringed instrument, when we are tuning, we are actually tightening or loosening the strings. And so there's a couple things to consider when you or your child is tuning the instrument. First of all, we always want to have a reference. We don't just pluck and twist without any reference. Tuner is a great investment. So for instance, if the pitch was too low, like this G, the 4th string here, when I plucked it, the dial didn't go all the way to the center. We're looking for dead center. So when we're going to tune the tuning peg, we only want to turn it as the note is sounding, like so. When it stops, we can pluck again and see where we are. And we want it to kind of settle right there on that green line in the center. If you would like additional help with tuning the instrument, please let me know. I'll go through and I'll probably make a full tutorial on all the strings, but that's just a point of reference to begin with. Alright, second thing is we have several songs that we worked on in 2 different ways. First way is playing melodies. For instance, Hot Cross Buns is a song that we're going to play the melody of. The melody is the individual notes, what you would sing. On ukulele or guitar, we can also play chords. Chord is all the strings strummed at the same time, and if we do that, we can't sing 4 strings at once. We can only sing 1 at a time. So for instance, Hot Cross Buns sounds like this when we sing it. Hot cross buns, right? When we play it, we're going to play that melody on the ukulele. A, G, and F. Sorry, my video's in the way there. We've went over this for a couple weeks now, but just to give you a chance to, or your kid a chance to play along, I'll start and they can try to play along with me. 1, 2, here we go. Fantastic. One thing that you're going to want to look for in your child's playing is that whichever fret that they need to play, or that they are playing, is played with the corresponding finger. We're in what's called first position now. First position means first finger with first fret, second finger, second fret, third finger, third fret, so on and so forth. If you see your kid going like this, where they play 3rd fret up here with this finger and then slide it down. We want to try to correct that. I've been noticing that and helping them out, but we want to make sure 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 1st finger, 1st fret. That leads me to the next point. If they're playing like that, they always have to look at their fretboard. If they're playing with 3rd finger on 3rd fret and 1st finger on 1st fret, they won't have to look. And one of the things I'm trying to get them to be accustomed to is looking at the music, at the page that's in front of them, and playing their strings without having to look at their fingers. If your eyes are off of your page, you can't read. It's just like reading a book. If you take your eyes off of it, you're not looking at the words. And so we want to encourage the kids to look at their fingers to get them set, but then play without looking at their fingers. Cross buns, so on and so forth. Hot Cross Buns we played, Mary's Little Lamb we played. We want to take note that we have a C up here. That's our only new note in that song. It is the 1st string, 3rd fret. They know that one. Practice that one. We practiced, where's it? Twinkle Twinkle. We didn't do the entire thing, and here's why. I'm going to ask them to try to figure out some on their own. First two lines, we added the 3rd string. Open 3rd string, that's this string here. Open 3rd string is the note C. C, C, G, G. So the note C here is an open 3rd string, and I always ask my kids to find the same note somewhere else. So if they look along here, they'll probably notice, oh, right here we've got a C. The note before that, what you, those both are the note D. Those are going to be on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. What you are. Working backwards here a little bit. What you are. How I wonder what you are. We've got 2 Fs from Hot Cross Buns. That's our 1st fret of the 2nd string. How I wonder. 2 open 2nd strings here. How I wonder what you are. Today in class we went over the first 2 lines and we wrote in the note names and the frets for those particular notes. My challenge to them was to take and figure out if this is a G here, then this G has to be the same, so how would I play that? Okay. So they're going to figure out the last half of the song. Yeah, not too easy, is it? But that's okay. A little brain challenge is good for everybody. A lot of these pieces, well actually all of the ones that I have printed out, I've had the kids write in the notes and the chords and stuff. It can be a little bit overwhelming to see a lead sheet that has all of that additional information. So I asked the kids to write it in on their own. If ever you notice that your child has stuff missing or you can't find those particular notes or whatnot, feel free to send me a note and I'll be able to help you out. Now, on a couple of these other songs, you'll notice that the kids have written in not a fret number, but they've written in the capital letters above the notes, and those are what we call chord symbols. A chord, again, is all 4 strings or more if you have a different instrument at the same time. So when we play an F note, that's 1 note. When we play an F chord, we strum the whole thing. They've written in the chord symbols for these particular songs. So, chicken on the fence post can't dance Josie, chicken on the fence post can't dance Josie, chicken on the fence post can't dance Josie, hello Susie Brownie, oh. Only using the F and the C7 chords. Now, one of the things that we worked on today is a little strumming pattern. Normally when we're strumming, we're keeping our hand kind of closed, so it's kind of compact, and we do what we call a down strum, that is going down towards the floor. It gets kind of boring, at least for me. Maybe for you, I don't know, maybe you're delighted. But we're going to add a little bit of excitement. So since consecutive down strums include our hand moving up, what we're going to do is when we go down, we'll use the back of the fingernails here, When we come back up, we're just going to rotate the hand so that the thumbnail can strum on the way up. That way, when we are going down, we can also come back up. Notice my hand remains loose. It sounds fast. One of the kids mentioned that today. It's so fast. It really isn't. Because when we played, we went chicken on the fence post, can't dance Josie. Now when we're adding the up, we're just kind of adding the in-between. Chicken on the fence post, can't dance Josie. Chicken on the fence post, can't dance Josie. Hello, Susie, bound me up. Sorry, I added a couple chords in there. So your kid should practice doing that downstroke, but also catching the strings with the thumbnail on the way up as well. We did chicken on the fence post. We also did the Paw Paw Patch, which is the same chords, the F chord and the C7 chord. Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Way down yonder in the Paw Paw Patch. You might notice it's not a consistent down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. As your child gets better and better at playing, they'll get creative at using the downstrokes and the upstrokes in combination. Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Where, oh, where is pretty little Susie? Way down yonder in the Paw Paw Patch. So I hope that helps a little bit. Again, your child should be practicing, maybe 5-10 minutes a day. If they want to practice a whole lot more, that's fantastic. I'll supply them with plenty enough music at their level. So the more they practice, the more music we're going to get. I even told them today the next level beyond some of these is some Christmas carols, which is right in time for next month. So probably around November, you'll start hearing your kids playing some, Twinkle, or what is that? Jingle bells, yeah. So anyhow, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoy these videos. Keep watching, share them with other parents if you like what you hear and see. Feel free to leave a comment below too, or give it a thumbs up. Thanks a bunch. We'll catch you later.